Hey guys, welcome back to JR14. Here we are with another video today, and today we're going to be doing another installation. Well, tonight we're going to be doing another installation of the blow-off valve. We're actually replacing the diverter valve in the car with a Forged Motorsport blow-off valve. So without further ado, let's continue with the installs. Alright, so since we got to do this blow-off valve, we have a few things that we have to do first. So I don't know if you guys see this right here, but there's a vacuum hose. You're supposed to use a pick tool because this nipple on here is very, very brittle. And it's very, very thin, and it's all plastic. So what I did was I pulled it just gently, wiggle it a little side to side, and pull straight back. So I have that removed already. The second thing I removed was the actual plug for the diverter valve itself. And then we have the diverter valve here. So a couple of ways to give yourself a little bit of extra room. You can remove this bolt right here. I believe it's a T25, T30. This is for the coolant line. If you want to like move that so you can maneuver in and out with this diverter valve, you can. We're not going to do that. We should do it, but we're not going to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 3 Allen keys out of the diverter valve and try to pull the stock one out first. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna loosen these 3 screws right here. There's one here. I don't have enough leverage because I need the socket wrench. Now let's get that connected first. Oh my God. You have one job. Go. Just don't drop it. There we go. I'm just gonna loosen them up for now. The one on the bottom is the most difficult, so let's move this box.
Can't see it either.
No, that's okay. You don't need to see it, but it's the most difficult one to get to because you have to get it at an angle. I think I got it though. Yeah, did I get it? Did I get you? No, I don't think I did. These 2 on the top are loose, I think. Oh no, let's get this one. This sucks.
It's easy.
So we got them all loose. And the bottom one, right? Come on. Come out to the daddy.
I should be on this.
Alright. So what I'm going to do now, since this is loose, gotta be very careful because I do not want these to drop down here. Not this time of night. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down, and once I come out, I'm going to pull the diverter valve out. So let's go. So we got the stock diverter valve out. It's in pretty good shape still, but wish my phone would stop ringing. So now what we're going to go ahead, and it's not going to stop ringing. So what we're going to go ahead now and do is that we're actually going to go ahead and just take the new one out the box and install that first. So that's the first thing that we have to do, is just get the new one installed in and bolted back up. And then what we have to do after that is run the air lines. But you're going to see me do that. So, all right, so now we're going to go ahead. These mosquitoes are crazy out here today. So we're going to go ahead and pull out. They're hungry.
Mama, feed me.
Got that keychain. That's not a part of the assembly, but I will definitely keep that. Rocket on the keys. Leave that in here. We're going to leave that in a safe place on the side. Just going to drop in the engine bay. Going to turbo. Pretty much. So you got your solenoid that I believe this plugs into. Yep. So that plugs into that. So you have your new boost solenoid that will control when this opens and closes. And inside the bottom, oh God, the box, you have another box.
Interesting.
I love boxes inside boxes. What's inside this box? Alright, so we have the boost hose, which is this. I heard that we might have to cut some pieces off of that. And it looks like a new wiring kit for everything to work properly. And a Ford sticker. Yeah, so we got a new connector here, it seems like. And we got a blue spring in here. So the blue and zip ties. So pretty much the spring in here is yellow. So if I took this apart right now, which I'm going to do, just put this down real quick. So if we took this apart, can I put the light here, okay? So if we took this apart, right? If we unscrewed this, there'd be a yellow spring inside here. Yellow spring is pretty much for stock boost levels and stuff like that. Pretty much you could do stage 1, but I have a bigger turbo, so I'm automatically going to swap to the blue spring. Zip tie stuck into it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to swap out the yellow one, put in the blue one. I'm going to close this, and the blue one is a little bit stiffer in regards of firmness. So
Married to boost.
gotta love boost. Boost is the ways of life. Now, when you're tightening this is very important because I've heard this a lot before with this boost gauge. Don't vice grip this. This is hand tight only. So you don't have to go crazy with it. Actually, what I wanted to do is loose this up so that I can bring this down like this and then tighten it. Like that. It's not gonna go out, it's not gonna go anywhere. Make sure when you take this out of the box, it could be slightly loose. So make sure that you take that out first and ensure, with no problems or anything like that. So side here, the holes on the side, that's pretty much where the air is gonna go. And air is gonna push this piston up and about and around. So let's go ahead and get this installed. So we're gonna go ahead and install this back into the car with using those same 3 Allen keys that we used before. Okay guys, one last thing before you do this. Make sure when you're doing this, make sure you do this because you can easily put this in and not do it. There's these 2 grommets. One goes on this ring up down here and one goes on the bottom ring. The big one goes on the bottom part. Make sure you put this on first before installing the valve in. So let's go ahead and do it.
Over time, got me holding the camera and the flashlight.
You weird.
All I see is hands. Oh, a lot of hair too.
Yeah, it's a fixed lens, I know.
Oh, you suck.
I do. Royally suck, I know.
I'm gonna stop watching your videos.
No. So we got that installed. Now, so pretty much we got that installed. Now we need to plumb everything up. Yay. Okay. Turn on the other light.
Nice and tight.
It's snug for now.
Snug is fine.
Snug is perfect. Not perfect, but it's fine. Okay. Now, where does this go? Oh, that's pretty nifty. Okay. They give you a little new wiring harness here. This will plug up to this so that you still have your functionality of what the car is supposed to make that do. And then this controls the boost and stuff like that, I believe. So this will connect into here, like so, or no, I had it right the first time. Okay, cool, like that. I'm not gonna plug it in right now because we don't need it right now. We gotta figure out where to mount this. But they give you all the hardware and stuff in here. How they did what they did first. So shop that recommends to have all the hoses, the lines leading up, so it's easy to access. And then also we're about to install this into the car right now, bolting it up right there using a 5mm Allen that's provided with the kit. So without further ado,
Without further ado,
let's go ahead and install that in the car now. Okay, so the next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna install this T-fitting in this spot right here. Now you can utilize cutting some of this off. However, for whatever reason, if I wanted to go back to stock, I would not want to do that. So I'm actually going to cut a small piece of this hose off here that they provide. It's probably just about that. Whoa! I can't do anything right. I'll cut about that much off. Perfect. So now the T-fitting goes in here, like so. And then that will go in here this will go in here. Like that. So far so good. That's how we're gonna utilize that right there. Okay. So for that solenoid that I was talking to you guys about before, okay. Yeah, like this. Yep. Alright, so he's gonna have like that. And we're just gonna put this small, because the bolt doesn't go all the way to the other side. Actually it does, I'm lying to you right now. Just leave it loose for now. But what we're gonna do currently, I'm gonna run another hose that runs from here to here. So we're gonna give ourselves enough. Wow. Okay. Oh damn. Okay, cool. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is gonna go ahead and it's gonna be this hose right here. We're gonna give ourselves enough slack and then provide, you know, another connection right here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick.
Fixing my hands, eh?
Okay, guys. So pretty much the only thing that we have left to do is this right here. So now we're gonna run. We have our vacuum source here. This runs to the top port right here. This 90-degree angle on the bottom here is gonna run up here, and then the other one, which is this, is gonna run to this one down here. And then the vacuum setup is done. Then we're gonna connect this together, just to connect to that, and to connect to this actual source right here. Tighten everything up, test everything out, make sure everything is good. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get that done right now. You want to make sure you give yourself enough slack for all of these, due to the fact that there is no turbo inlet here right now, but there will be. So you just don't want to be able to, you don't want to snag on anything. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, so we got everything ran. So literally this wire this hose runs from this part of the linkage, like if we can focus on it, to this part right here of the solenoid. And this one right on the 90-degree one right here runs up to this one right here where my fingers, the back of my finger is pointing. So that one. And then this is your engine vacuum right here. So we got all that connected. So the only thing now is that we just have to run up the wiring harness, which is extremely easy. And then after that, we can, what I'm worried about, I'm actually just gonna do my own thing and zip tie it. But I'm supposed to do this for the last bit of the video, for another video I'm gonna do, but I kind of want to install it now, just because of the fact of the matter of these hoses and where they're gonna end up. So without further ado, I'm gonna do that really quickly right now, and then after that, we'll be done with this video. Alright guys, with my idiot self, I actually just forgot to film the outro of that blow-off valve install video. I hope that it was informative. I hope that you guys, I hope that it was pretty simplified for you guys in regards of the installation process. Now, if you guys are, I know the part that you're gonna get confused on or a little mixed up on, which is where to route the vacuum lines. So I will put a picture of it right now here. So now, as you can see, here are all the lines of where they're supposed to go from the solenoid to the actual blow-off valve itself. But guys, I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to the content on JR14. And then also next to that, the next step I need you guys to do is to subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel, it helps videos grow. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And then also, after you subscribe, right next to that is a little notification bell icon. I need you guys to go ahead and smash that and always hit it for set it for always, so you get posted post notifications on videos like this one that I post up every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But again, I hope that you guys have a great day, and you guys always remember, cars are a lifestyle. Take care.